What's up, guys? Welcome back for another one. Today we're going to be putting this Puig Sport Windshield on the 22 Pan America. And this is the low one. This is in black, the sportiest one. And if I put it up against the stock one, you can see how much shorter it is. So I'd say it's about that much shorter than stock. And honestly, I've been riding with this thing in the bottom position. And when I put it up in the top position, I don't really feel much difference. You do feel a little bit of the wind get isolated, but not enough to want to keep it up there, even at high speed. So I figured I'd take a shot at the smaller windscreen just because it's more sporty and kind of going with the whole theme here. And I like the black than the dark tint. So we're going to see if this works out. And this just may be something that I use when I'm local and then put the big one on, or a different one when I go on a trip. I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. So in the box, you get the windscreen, obviously, and then you get all this hardware here for whatever motorcycle you're trying to put it on. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a T25, remove these 4 bolts. It should be pretty easy. Right. So the windshield's off. There's that little small piece on the inside. This guy right here kind of sits just like that. And now we're going to dig into the hardware here. All right, the first piece of hardware you have to put in are these standoffs. You've got a long one and you've got a short one, and you've got these washers. So you're just going to slide the washer inside like that. Tall ones go on top. Shorties, washer, put those on the bottom too. And then I'm going to take a number 11 just to tighten it up some. You don't want to over tighten these. And now we have the windshield, and you have these little rubber grommets that you got to insert in each hole, like so. All right, so I got my 4 grommets, and then you have these little caps here that'll slide right in there like that. So there you go, the grommets and the caps. Now you can take the little bolts that Puig supplies, and now the bolts that Puig gives you are done with a number 3. And if you wanted to, you've got these little caps. You just push them over the bolt head. And there you go. Nice and sporty. Low profile. Let's put it in the up position. There you go.
All right. Windshield on, just going down the block. Everything feels good. We'll take it on the highway and see what the loss in performance is. I'm sure there's a little bit, but it looks great. And yeah, that thing is black. You're not seeing through that. And that's okay right now. This is not going to be the one that I would put on if I'm going to go on a, 10-hour trip or something. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's sporty. I like that it's dark. So visually, I think it does its job well. Just get some gas. This thing is great on gas too, by the way. All right, filled her up, reset the trip timer. It says you get about 180 miles of range. Let's see what we get for the kind of riding I do. Excited about this bike. We were ready to put the windshield, the seat, and the top case on. I can't wait to do the risers. I'd like to sit in a more neutral position. And then, little things like my phone mount. I got nowhere to put my phone right now. I've got no GoPro mounts here. These mirrors, well, this one in particular is super loose. So when I'm hitting it, this mirror just goes its own way. So that's got to be taken care of. And, the exhaust, for sure. And then, a lot of it's little things. I mean, she's got the power. She's got the suspension. And, she's a weapon. Harley tricked everybody into thinking that this is some kind of adventure bike, and I'm sure it's a pretty decent one, but this is their naked street bike for all intents and purposes. And I think they realized that, and I think that's why the ST came in place of the Bronx. I don't think they were expecting the Pan Am to be more popular than the Sportster S and the Nightster. And I think they just followed suit and they said, okay, well, let's put our chips in this basket. That's just my opinion. I don't know shit about fuck, but that's kind of what it seems like to me. Well, overall, so far, the Puig windshield checks all the boxes. Stylistically, looks, dark windshield, short, love it. Performance on the street speeds like this, it does great, even in the low position. On the highway, very impressed with how it actually worked when I put it in the up position. In the lower position, there's obviously some more wind, and you saw the speeds I was going. You expect to have a little turbulence and buffeting and stuff like that, but it was good. It wasn't terrible. My helmet wasn't jumping all around and everything like that. Certainly manageable, but I was very surprised, in a good way, about when I put the windshield in the upper position, how effective it still was for a small windshield. So certainly recommend it so far. Like I said, we'll be putting it through the paces on other roads, using other helmets and stuff like that. And if something pops up, or if you got a question later on or whenever, let me know. Put a comment in it down below. I'll try to answer all of them, and I'll let you know my thoughts and my experiences. So we got a lot more stuff coming. We'll do some bars and risers and stuff like that probably next, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys stopping by. You know what to do. If you like videos like this, like and subscribe. It helps the channel. And as always, stay safe out there. And I'll catch you on the next one.